So it looks like the show is putting more detail out there where I can actually start talking about the show for Dr. Phil. Let's start out by saying that my son and I really did have a good experience on the show. You'll see Dr. Phil and I go back and forth for a little bit, and my son and I go back and forth, but we also had a surprise guest on the show. It's one of my very best friends, Anya. We have two political different views. Okay, she couldn't handle my social media, so of course she deleted and blocked me in fear that she would, be bullied. But Anya and I never had that kind of relationship where we're going to bully each other back and forth. She deleted me because of my political views. That's all, and that comes out on the show. When she walks out as a surprise guest, she literally was, asked by Dr. Phil, has Shannon ever bullied you? She said absolutely not, no. Okay, that's when I looked at her. I said, so what makes you think you were going to be bullied? The only time I bully people is when they come to me on my page, and that's where I take care of them. But being that we had two different political views, she decided to blindside me and delete me and block me, making the excuse of bullying. So that really, really upset me and kind of pissed me off, So I looked at her, I said, why don't you be a humane about it, and maybe you could have come up to me and talked to me face to face, so that way we could have rectified the situation instead of you just disappearing. So that's what they tried to do, blindside me with Anya, which, Anya and I are really close. We've always been close. We've been talking after the show. We're completely fine. We talked after the show, and I was like, what makes you think I would have bullied you? I'd never bullied you. I always defended you. She goes, I know, but, our political beliefs, you're a Republican, I'm a Democrat. It just wasn't working. I was like, well, I see that as a you problem, not me, right? Because I didn't block you. So towards the end of the show, Dr. Phil looked at me and said, you have an amazing personality. I said, thank you, like that. But a lot was going back and forth. I don't know how they're going to copy and edit this, but his parents, he asked me if I was addicted to social media and if I go after bots. And I'm like, we never know who's behind the bot. So if I just see a comment that's disrespectful to me, I'm going to put it here and I'm going to ask them what the fuck. And then, have my army of followers go at him because at the end of the day, people shouldn't be doing that, even behind the scenes bots coming to people's pages, being dumb, because there's always somebody behind the bot. So that was Dr. Phil's pretty much gotcha moment on me, but that kind of got, sizzled on the show itself. This is part one, go to part two.